I got no problem with giving me a message, but don't just keep beating me down. You know what I'd tell them eventually? We'll bring it on in here and we'll change the brakes. Just come on in.
Now, boys.
I got my ally down there in the Hollywood Hotel, and it's not Chris Myers.
I'm bringing it on in next time by, and it ain't going to be for no brake change either.
It's Mother's Day weekend. Be nice.
Yeah.
He's not my mother.
And he ain't my brother.
He's a brother from another mother.
You're on thin ice. And it's 80 degrees out, so guess what happens next?
I think we need a pit stop.
That was a long green flag run, 126 laps of green flag racing, and here they all come, all the lead lap cars to pit road. Krista.
The adjustments made Kyle Busch looser, but not loose enough. Steve Addington, his crew chief, said, how about a spring rubber? Kyle says, no, I'm going to need that for 1 and 2. I want track bar instead. Also, a water bottle and windshield for Kyle. Steve.
Krista, Travis Quattle said, hey, just give me a little more rear grip. He's gone from 12th up to 4th, so air pressure out of the right rear. Dick Berggren.
Well, Kevin Harvick didn't like the changes they made to his car on the last pit stop, so they're going to back it up to where they started. Matt.
Tony Eury Jr. said he may gamble and go with 2 tires at some juncture of the race, and that's exactly what he did. Also, slight adjustment because Jr. said the car was still too free. Meanwhile, the Biff, the very first pit stall, he will not win the battle off pit road. He wanted a significant adjustment. The car way too loose, and it cost him on the stopwatch at least a 10 every lap.
Third caution flag of the night. Pit stops complete for the lead lap cars. There's the DirecTV race off pit road. 226 laps to go. Aerial coverage provided by the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company for track-tested technology. Get there on Goodyear Innovation. We're getting ready for the restart. Kyle Busch should be somewhere up here, and he's not. He's way back here, and the reason is loose lug nut on his pit stop. Same for Scott Riggs. Too fast exiting the pit for Sterling Marlin. They will all restart tail end of the longest line.
Yeah, because we've got 24 cars on the lead lap, so they're going to restart right now. They're showing 22nd and 23rd. Kyle Busch in the 18 and 23rd spot right now.
Missing lug nut for those 2 cars. Time for our clear it and clear restart. Get clear it and clear. Get back to feeling like yourself again. 224 laps to go. Dale Jr. picked up 2 spots on pit road. He's your leader.
Yeah, I'd hate to be in the 18 car back there with brake problems and all those cars to pass. This could get interesting.
Green flag. The lead from Greg Biffle, Jeff Gordon, Martin Truex, and Travis Quattle, your top 5 on a Mother's Day Saturday night at Darlington as we crank it up for you. Harvick down to the apron.
And he was running in the 6th position, but he got into the wall hard.
No caution.
Wait, man. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm just telling you right now, with all these cars running this close together, I'm not surprised they haven't wadded up a bunch of them.
The rear end is moved over to the left.
Yeah, that's a hard hit.
Yeah, they're going to have to go to the garage area.
He stepped out.
Floppy jawed.
Here's what happened to Harvick. And now caution is out.
I mean, that is a hard lick, right rear and right front. The caution is out, and I'll tell you who's loving that caution flag is Ryan Newman in the 12 car. He was just out in front of leader Dale Earnhardt Jr. He was 2 laps down, so now he'll only be 1.
Here's a look at Harvick's crash from his teammate Jeff Burton. Oh, wow.
That thing just got a little loose.
Come on,
Couldn't
no
catch it.
come on.
That car is hurt. Wow.
You know, Kevin Harvick, I think, was one of the few cars over the course of the whole weekend. He didn't even have a Darlington stripe to that lap. And there you see they're headed to the garage area.
Paul Menard will get the free pass on this, the 4th caution flag of the night.
You're watching NASCAR on Fox.
NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing on Fox is sponsored by McDonald's. Come taste the new Southern-style chicken sandwich.
Would you like to taste one for free? This Thursday, May 15th, McDonald's is giving away a free Southern-style chicken biscuit or chicken sandwich at participating McDonald's with purchase of a medium or large drink. So go and get yours free on Thursday at participating McDonald's.
You know, I don't want to speak too soon. We've got 150 laps in the book, 217 to go. So we're getting closer and closer to halfway. And right now, all 43 cars, with the exception of Kevin Harvick, who did go to the garage area for a little bit of repair, are out on the racetrack.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are limping around. At 77 and a 45, and this one will be if they can get it repaired.
A lot of work to do to get Harvick back in this race. Now, we mentioned Kyle Busch started tail end of the longest line. He's worked his way up to 19th. Scott Riggs up to 23rd after starting in the back that last restart, along with Sterling Marlin, who is 1 lap down. Getting ready for the restart to complete lap 151. Live Claret and clear, indoors and out. Green flag.
You know, Mike, drivers love this racetrack. You know why? Because when you do good here, you've accomplished something that's extraordinary. To run all night here, stay out of trouble, and have a good finish or win is extraordinary. Kevin Harvick's run every lap this year but 2 until tonight.
Michael Waltrip in that 55 car sandwiched between Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Greg Biffle in the 16. Right now, Michael is the first car a lap down.
To finish this race without major damage is going to be a pretty good accomplishment.
It really is. I mean, there's very few cars out there that doesn't have the right side pretty well used up already. And we're not even halfway.
You can definitely tell the track is getting a little bit better, a little bit faster. Just look at Martin Truex Jr., Travis Quapple. They just ran their fastest lap of the race right after that last restart.
Yeah, I think you get tires now and the temperature of the track has cooled down, and there's a lot of, should be a lot of grip out there now. You're going to haul the mail.
Last Saturday night, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s biggest disappointment was not that Kyle Busch got into the side of him and then he wrecked, but that he had a top 3 car and he didn't get a top 3 finish out of it.
And he told us on our trackside show Friday that he really messed up turn 1 and 2. He opened the door way too wide for Kyle Busch, let Kyle Busch get that run down the back straightaway, and you're less than 10 laps to go at a short track.
Well, I tell you one thing, he's showing all these other crew chiefs right now, 2 tires ain't a bad deal. They took 2 tires, and there he is out there, and he's running into 28s. We haven't been into 28s all night long. We've been up near 32nd, 29s. Right now, he just ran a 28.79. That's getting it on, boys.
Martin Truex in 3rd place just ran his fastest lap of the race last time by.
Now, when they changed those 2 tires, remember, he pitted on lap 121 under green, so he actually had less than 20 laps on those left side tires, talking about Dale Earnhardt Jr., the 88.
So not much of a gamble, Larry, to take 2.
You want him to find out now. We talked at the top of the show. We want to know for that last 50 to 60 laps what we possibly can do.
And because he needed less than 1 can of that Sunoco 1-liter race fuel, why take the time to take 4?
Exactly what he told me.
Down to the garage in Kevin Harvick's car, Dick Berggren.
It's been 94 races since Kevin Harvick has crashed out of a Sprint Cup race, Mike, and he's going to get back in this one as well. The mechanics are going through a well-orchestrated crash repair. The drive shaft was broken in half. They have to replace that. The rear end housing is okay. That stays in. They've got a porta power up front. This car is well used up, but not so badly used up that Harvick can't get back in the race. He will return to the speedway.
Yeah, I think the significant damage to that car came because I believe where he hit the wall was past the safer barrier. I believe he really canned that wall over there right past the safer barrier.